In a 1 in a million save, somehow the volleyball player from Netherlands managed to save the ball, like half an inch before it touched the ground. I'm not sure what the worker was thinking, but when they were putting up the tape for the winner to cross, one of the workers accidentally released it and decided to walk in the track when the athletes were coming up. In a very mysterious moment that happened during a basketball game, somehow NBA player Russell Westbrook made the ball disappear mid-game.
Get inside again.
Baker thinking he's going to go left.
Even after watching the footage in slow motion, it still doesn't make any sense where the ball went. Despite the volleyball player receiving the ball with her forehead, she was still happy she managed to score a point for her team. A very confident play from a badminton player was when he hit the birdie backwards. And I say confident because it probably would be pretty embarrassing if he missed trying to show off. During the tumbling world championship in Denmark, one of the athletes managed to reach a crazy height before landing.
Whip double layup really high. Full tuck. Oh, well, that was...
I can't even imagine the odds of this, but a girl accidentally dropped her iPhone into the ocean, and somehow a beluga whale managed to catch it and bring it back to her. Sometimes when coaches say be the ball, some players can take it too seriously. Somehow this basketball fan managed to dunk himself through a basketball hoop. During a badminton tournament, one of the players dropped his racket after hitting the birdie, and somehow still managed to score the point. Watch how this water polo player made a risky 360 turn before scoring. In probably one of the craziest three-pointers in basketball, this college basketball player accidentally scored, during a game, without looking, when he tried to pass the ball to his teammate.
Kai Cabela's just threw it in Denver's basket. I have never seen that.
I actually thought A.J. Jacobson was good, but
Watch this. Oh, it is a three-pointer.
and what I don't know is if there's something about if the other team does throw it in, if it has to be a two, I don't know, but that's clearly behind the line. I'm right there with you. I've never seen anything like it.
In a 1 in a million moment that occurred at a women's soccer match, somehow two players got their shoelaces tangled up, which caused a lot of confusion.
Alabama defender Caroline Alexander's a whole lot of confusion ensued. So much so that I'm gonna need to see that one again. Ouch!
When the French president was giving a speech, the cameras caught the King of Morocco falling asleep, and Trump watching in disbelief. During a high school soccer match, one player made a front flip over the goalkeeper and managed to score, but the goal wasn't counted for some reason. During a crazy save in a volleyball match, one of the players jumped a small fence in order to save the ball. In a very impressive TikTok, this TikToker somehow manages to create a very cool effect, using her hands. In a very impressive moment, soccer player Felix Passlack dropped his gum and somehow managed to kick it back to his mouth. Gracie Kramer is a UCLA athlete, and during this floor exercise, she managed to score her first ever perfect 10. And look how her peers and audience cheered for her.
That double full to that immediate pike front.
She got a 10! Gracie Kramer is perfect!
A very bizarre moment happened at the 2010 Gostner's Invitational versus Utah State University, when the ball stayed on the rim for a weird amount of time.
Free throw. It fell in. Unbelievable. How long does that stay on the rim?
Even though Wales can be a bit scary, when South Africa's rugby team won the World Cup, some sailors decided to celebrate by playing catch with a huge whale. In this literal one-in-a-million moment, a penalty kick ended up in the ball going to the basketball hoop. A Bryan College student was offered $10,000 in tuition money if he could make 4 shots in less than 30 seconds. And well, in soccer matches, to decide who gets the opening kickoff, the referee flips a coin with the 2 team captains. And well, somehow the coin landed sideways. This overprotective cat literally did a front flip when he heard a car come by. This is where this video gets a tad bit weird. But this mystery man saved a guy from dying by tapping his shoulder and then completely disappeared from the scene. In an interview with the man who was saved after the incident, he said that after almost getting hit, he looked to thank the guy who tapped his shoulder, but was nowhere to be found. A completely unexpected moment during a basketball game was when the ball got stuck, and none of the players seemed to be able to take it down. And that's when a young fan, with the help of his father, managed to climb through and push the ball.
This is great. They're going to allow this little guy to do it? He's a chance to be a hero. This young man will be on national television everywhere. Get that young man a scholarship.
This is probably the smoothest bartender in the world. At an NBA game, what wasn't the best pass turned out to be a great one, possibly because it bounced on the teammate's head and went into the hoop. This soccer player sadly managed to miss the goal from a few feet away, and it looked kinda painful. Okay, if this wasn't recorded, I would definitely not believe it. But when a young basketball player was practicing in an indoor hitting league, he hit the ball off the tee and landed right back on it. In December 2010, a very awful moment happened at probably the best time possible in the Metrodome Stadium in Minneapolis. Shockingly, the roof collapsed due to the buildup of snow in the top of the stadium, and it caused millions in damage. But luckily, there was no one at the stadium, so there were no injuries.
Last month, the stadium's famous white roof was deflated for the last time, while the support cables continued to secure it. Streets and local businesses were closed at $1 billion stadium for the Vikings.
This Redditor was flying on a commercial plane when he saw an unidentified flying object in the sky, and he actually got it on video.